Okay, now we've got some information about the U.S. Geological Services. The USGS was entrusted with the responsibility of mapping the country in 1879 and has been a primary civilian mapping agency in the United States ever since. The best known USGS maps are the 1 to 24,000 scale topographic maps, also known as the 7.5-minute quadrangles. From approximately 1947 to 92, more than 55,000 7.5-minute maps were made to cover the 48 states. Similar maps at varying scales were produced during the same period for Alaska, Hawaii, and U.S. territories. The 7.5-minute series was declared complete in 92, and at that time was the only uniform map series that covered the United States in considerable detail. We want to know, it says, we've got a little information here about this scale. This is a really common scale for maps, but the 1 to 24,000 scale indicates 1 inch on the map for there are 24,000 inches on the ground. So we know 1 inch on the map is equal to 24,000 inches on the ground. Well, we're going to set up two equivalent ratios for this. So we know 1 inch on the map. Whoops. Over 24,000 inches. Sorry, guys. On the ground. But we could flip this over. 24,000 inches on the ground is the same thing as 1 inch on the map. This would mean that 1 inch on the map is equivalent to how many feet, how many miles? Well, let's figure this out. We know that 1 inch on the map is, let's start with 1 inch on the map. And again, we've got this scale. I want to get the map one down, so 1 inch on the map is the same thing as 24,000 inches on the ground. And now let's convert this. Let's convert this to feet. Well, I know that we're going to put feet on top. We're going to put inches on the bottom. In 1 foot, there are 12 inches. When I calculate that, we're going to do 1 times 24,000 times 1, and then divide that by 12. Remember, inches on the map cancel, inches on the ground cancel, and we're just going to be left with feet. 24,000 divided by 12, right? Gives us 2,000 feet. So 1 inch on the map is 2,000 feet. Let's figure out how many miles that is. Well, I can quickly, if I just get rid of this, we can add one more conversion factor, which is we can go from feet to miles. So which is bigger? We're going to put the 1 up here with the miles. In 1 mile, there are 5,280 feet. So on top, it's going to be, again, now feet are going to cancel. We're going to be left with miles. 1 times 24,000 times 1 times 1 is 24,000. And then 1 times 12 times 5,280 is 63,360. Divide these two. 24,000 divided by 63360 gives us, this is rounded, we're going to say 0.38 miles. So 1 inch on the map is equal to 0.38 miles. Again, if I was using distance just for 1 inch, 2,000 feet probably sounds the most reasonable. All right. Last question says, if a road you're charting measures 11.25 inches on the map, how far are you really going to travel? Give your answer in a unit easily interpreted. So let's think about this. 1 inch is 2,000 feet, so it's going to be a lot of feet. So I'm probably going to want to get to miles here eventually. So we're going to start with what we have given, which is 11.25 inches. I know you can use the stuff we had above, just multiplying, but let's practice these conversion factors. This is the inches on the map. And I know that 1 inch on the map is equal to, well, I can use this up here. Let's use this one. We know 1 inch on the map is 2,000 feet. If we wanted to use this one, we could use this one and then go from inches to feet, but this is fine. And then, again, I'm thinking I want to get to miles, so I'm going to put feet here, and I'm going to put miles on top. 5,280 feet in 1 mile. And now 11.25 times 2,000 is 22,500. My inches on map cancel, my feet in real life cancel, I'm just left with miles. 1 times 5,280 is 5,280. We're going to divide these, and I get 4.26 miles. So 11.25 inches on the map is the equivalent of 4.26 miles.